Hey everybody, it's Captain C.A. Richardson from Flats Class YouTube. And if you watched last week and saw this tip on my customized tarpon lure, well, I'm going to add something to it. In fact, today we're going to talk a lot about the rod, reel, line, and leader setup you're going to need to make this bad boy work for you during tarpon season. Stay tuned. So let's start off with the fact that you're using the MR. This is the 51 MR from MirrOlure. And if you watch the first video, you see how I used the shrink wrap in the line tie, removed the hooks, put the big 7/0 circle hook on here. This is a trocar hook, and I have it snelled to a short piece, probably about 10 inches of 50-pound fluorocarbon. Now, I've done that with an Alberto knot if you look real close. What I've done above that, though, is I've got a piece of 40-pound monofilament leader that runs about, see it keeps going, I've got about 4 feet of it. And I've got that tied with an Albright knot to a bimini twist. My bimini twist, here's my Albright. Let me get this out of the way here for you. Here's my Albright. I leave a little tag on mine. And what I mean by a bimini twist, folks, is it's a double line. And I've got about probably 15 inches of my bimini twist there. All the braid on this particular setup is 30 pound Suffix 832. I use the 30 pounds so I can get a long cast. That's what's important to me. I need the long cast because oftentimes I'm blind casting these where I see rolling tarpon. Or I do see the string and I want to get far enough out in front of those tarpon where they don't see this lure hit the water. Now, moving down through the braid, let's get to the rod that I prefer to throw this rig on. The rod has to be 8 feet long. My preference, and I'll just give you the specs right here, this is the Falcon Clearwater, okay? And this is their past special, SWS-8H, which stands for heavy action. It's a 15 to 30 pound rod. Well, you're saying, that's kind of light. It's okay for beach fishing, backcountry fishing, or any water where the fish are rolling around in a basin where it's shallower than 20 feet. It's fine for that. No, it is not going to be for deep water fish around bridges and shipping channels or deep water inlets and things like that. It's not going to be nearly enough stick. But this taper is ideal for making nice, accurate casts with a plug setup or a plastic setup. Because I throw a lot of soft plastics, a lot of jerk shads, a lot of eel-looking baits, the new Z-Man darts that'll be coming out this year. They all throw well on this because I can throw lures as light as 3/4 and as heavy as 2 ounces, and it handles it very, very well. Now you're going to say, so what's the reel for this? I prefer a 6,000 size reel. Spooled up, like I said earlier, with 30-pound test line. Why not 40? Well, I can't get the distance that I like with 40. 30, everything works out so much better. Are you going to lose a few? Sure, you will. But a 6,000 reel is more importantly what you want. And with a 6,000, I can have almost 400 yards of line on most 6,000 size reels. This happens to be the Penn Clash, but I'm also very fond of the Shimano Saragossa. Or you can try the Daiwa series. There's a few in the Daiwa lineup in the size 6. But this is what I'm using right now for this setup, and it does a fantastic job. Now let's wrap this video up. I hope this little tip really helped you out on the rod and reel tarpon setup. It goes perfectly with that customized MirrOlure tarpon rig that I just pumped out on YouTube. And we'll put that link in this video so that you can combine the two and learn from both of them. Remember, this rig works best, I mean absolute best, early and late in the day. That's when you can fool tarpon with plugs, unless you have rainstorms, breezy conditions, or dusty conditions on the beach or something like that. but this really works. And we're going to keep pumping out YouTube tips here every 3 or 4 days. And I'm trying to make them very relevant to this time of year where you can take this tip and go directly to the water and catch fish with it. That's what's important. We all want to catch more fish. Hey, give us a thumbs up, smash that button for me, and subscribe. Share with your fishing buddies. I really want everyone to get through this coronavirus portion of our life and move on. Remember, #fish through it. Till next time, Captain C.A. Richardson, signing off.